So the job market is trash. I really thought that after becoming unemployed 2 weeks ago, it would be really, really easy for me to find a new position or at least get interviews.
I've been applying for 2 years. I graduated 2 years ago with a degree in marketing, and I have not been able to find a job.
Currently looking for a job and your resume is pretty good, but you're getting absolutely no feedback from Indeed. It's either nothing or rejection emails.
20 minutes before the interview, I get a text message that the position has already been filled.
Like, what the heck is going on with America right now? Like, this job market absolutely sucks.
Okay, so here's the thing. Job seekers really thought 2025 was going to be the year. You know, the year everything magically clicked and the job market finally turned around. They were all like, this is it. Things are going to get better. But nope, it's actually looking worse. I mean, can you imagine how frustrating that must feel right now? It's 2025 and somehow it still feels like no one can find a job. Wild, right? All right, let's dive into the world of job hunting woes and see what people on TikTok have to say about this whole mess.
Like, what the heck is going on with America right now? Like, this job market absolutely sucks. Like, I've been out of job for 3 months. Like, 3 long months. And I looked on Indeed and I've applied for 1,000+ jobs and I still can't get a job. I get denied all the time because I'm overqualified. I have 13 years of sales experience. I got declined as a server. Like, what the heck? Like, OnlyFans is looking better and better every single day, and selling feet pics looks better and better every day. Like, come on, America. I just need a job. Someone, TikTok, do your thing, please.
I slept in till 2:30. It's 3:20. I can't help but feel like a piece of shit. Because I'm still unemployed. I still don't have a job. I'm still not making any money. Surprise! What? But you have 14,000 followers now. Girl, it don't work like that. Let's be so fucking for real. There's a man soliciting in the parking lot and that's pissing me off. I don't know. I just feel... I don't know what is missing in my life. I don't know what is missing in my life. Is it love? Is it true love's first kiss? Because I have everything I need. I have food in my pantry. I have food in the fridge. I have a home. I have my kids. This man's about to piss me off. I'm crying in my car right now. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Just pray for me. Pray for me. Send me some well wishes because I'm going through it. Okay? Thanks.
This is by far the worst job market I have ever seen in my 18 years of working. I'm not 18. My 18 years of working. I started working at 16. Do the math, people. My position as associate director of content marketing at my former job got made redundant. I got laid off at the beginning of September. I have been looking for jobs immediately for the past 5 months. Every single week I've been applying for jobs. Well over 200 jobs. I have an Excel sheet of all the jobs that I have applied to and the statuses of whether they've contacted me. I make notes, how much money. I put a link to where I've applied to it, whether it's LinkedIn or Indeed. I'm very good about tracking that shit. This is not something where I'm just like a few years into my career. I'm like 9-10 years into my career. I have multiple letters of recommendation. In fact, I even got former colleagues and managers to make little video snippets so that I could stand out and be more unique. And I made a video of people recommending me and talking about how amazing I am. Every application is asking me for my online portfolio or a website. So then I had to go and make myself a website. And I had to upload all these examples of things that I've done in my career. And of course, you got to spend hours and hours tailoring your freaking resume to make sure that it has keywords so that these little AI bots that are scanning your resume are picking up on keywords so they don't just junk it before, you even get to a human reading it, right? So I'm tailoring my resumes, I'm tailoring my cover letters, even though we all know most people don't even freaking read the cover letters. But Danny, you're a marketer. You're a writer. Why aren't you freelancing? I am. But even the freelance programs, platforms like Upwork, they aren't what they used to be either. and you gotta jump through hoops to apply for those. And people don't want to pay you well. And then Upwork wants to take a large cut of your money. So it's not enough. 5 months of being unemployed, and I've had 2 job interviews. 2. Now, you might be thinking, well, what jobs are you applying to? You know, are you applying like to jobs that you're underqualified for? No. Applied for a job. It said 7+ years of experience. I hit all the qualifications, everything that they needed. Definitely have 7+ years of experience, specifically in those titles as well. Had an interview with a recruiter. Went great. Talked for over an hour. She comes back. It's not a good fit. They want someone with more experience. More experience than 10 years? But it's all good because everyone keeps telling me the job that is for you will find you. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I just had a job interview for an administrative position, and in the job description, it said this is an entry-level role. So tell me why one of the questions they asked me was, what kind of experience have you had in the past managing an executive? I was like, what? And they were like, what kind of experience have you had in any of your previous roles managing an executive level person? And I was like, none. Because this is an entry-level role. Why do people always claim things are entry-level when they don't really mean it? Like, at least be honest. You don't want me here. You want some lady who's been an administrator for like 17 years to come administrate you. You don't want me. Clearly.
4 rounds of interviews for an entry-level IT help desk role. One of my friends told me recently that he interviewed for an IT help desk role, and he was absolutely shocked that he had to go through 4 rounds of interviews over the course of 2 months. And the end result was, sorry, you're not a fit. We're going to go with someone else. For the last round of the interview, he met with someone that he would likely never work with, and he was really unclear what this had to do with whether or not he could even do the job. He asked me why this was happening, and my answer was simple. We're in an employer market. That means when a company's post a job, they get hundreds of applicants. That also means that companies can force people through endless rounds of interviews just to make sure they're the right candidate. It also means they don't care about wasting your time. Unfortunately, it also means that if you do get the job, it's probably going to pay lower than you were even asking for. Unfortunately, he's not alone. I'm talking to hundreds and thousands of people who are going through the exact same thing.
Can we please, in 2025, within the first moment of meeting somebody, stop asking them what they do for a living? The way the world is nowadays, you can have a PhD in economics and be working at Amazon moving boxes right now. The job market is crazy. It's stupid. It makes no sense. And nobody's identity should be tied to what they do.
This is what jobs in America are asking of candidates. I'm not making this up. I'm reading this from the description. How many months could you survive without cash compensation for the right opportunity? I'm going to read that again. How many months could you survive without cash compensation for the right opportunity? You got to be kidding me. 0. It gets better. The drop-down menu, like the options that you have, it's not 1, 2, 4, or 5 months. They have an option for forever. Yeah, actually, I'd like to not get paid for forever, please. Somebody sat there writing this job application out and said, you know what? Let's just throw in the option for forever. Never gonna pay you, not even once. The next question, what is your most defining skill? Sniffing out bullshit. Don't apply for this job. No.
Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to...
I had a job interview scheduled for 9 a.m. this morning. 20 minutes before the interview, I get a text message that the position has already been filled. If this doesn't sum up the experience for recent grads, I really don't know what does. I will spend hours looking through positions, and they all require a degree, which I have, and then they also require 5 years experience for an entry-level position that they want to pay $16 an hour for. Like, at this point, what do? Do I move countries? Do I get another degree? Do I do freelance work? Do I become an entrepreneur? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because this, it kills my spirit, guys.
Let's be real, today's job market, it's brutal. And I'm not exaggerating here. We're talking about entry-level jobs asking for 5 years of experience. 5 years just to land a position that barely covers rent. And if you're lucky, you might snag something paying $16 an hour, but guess what? You'll probably also have to do unpaid projects, jump through multiple interview hoops, and pray you get a chance to even be considered. It's like employers are just testing the limits of how much we're willing to take. Ridiculous, right? Well, it gets even worse.
You know what I hate is that I have been applying for jobs since June of 2024 in all sorts of different types of positions, not just like one certain field. I finally got an interview in October, and then the company ghosted me. I reached back out to them and I got another interview in December, and I thought the interview went really well. They're like, okay, well, you're gonna find out early next week if you got this position or not. I'm like, okay, awesome. So they call me on Monday and they're like, hey, we need you to do this assessment real quick. Can you please do this real quick before we write you an offer? And I'm like, sure. So I do it. I don't hear anything back until Thursday when he calls me and says that they're interviewing one more person, but I'll find out on Monday for sure if I got this position. Well, it's Monday. No call. I've called them, left them a voicemail. No call back yet. And it's like I'm trying so hard to be okay, but I'm not. And I'm stressed out about me. I'm stressed out about my family. I'm stressed out about everything. And it's like I'm just trying to survive. It's just so hard.
Thank you for your time today, and we really appreciate our call. We think you are a great fit for this job. We will get back to you soon. Oh, thank you. I appreciate our call as well. So when should I expect an answer? It will be super quick. I think you will get an answer by the end of the week. Thank you for the opportunity today. Looking forward to your answer. Maybe they are just busy. Just checking in on my application.
Hi, so if you're one of the millions of Americans currently looking for a job and your resume is pretty good, but you're getting absolutely no feedback from Indeed, it's either nothing or rejection emails. I learned recently that because my husband is looking for a job, that they take your resume and they put it into like a score my resume type site, and they don't read it, they don't look at anything that's on your resume, they literally look at what the score is. And we found this out because my husband's been hounded by recruiters, and he found out what website that the recruiters are using. This is it, resumeworded.com. His resume right now is at a 63. It was at a 2 before he started using this stuff. I'm not saying this will get you a job, I'm saying that it might help.
So the job market is trash. I really thought that after becoming unemployed 2 weeks ago, it would be really, really easy for me to find a new position or at least get interviews. But I've been applying to countless jobs and haven't gotten anything just yet. And I kind of already knew that this was the case, obviously with what's going on in the economy at the moment. But yeah, I'm just really glad that I did have money saved and I had other streams of income, because had I not had money saved, I would already be in a really bad position 2 weeks later, because a lot of people really do live paycheck to paycheck. Even if they're living really, really well, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. And so I advise you guys to do the same. Please make sure that you're not depending on your corporate job or your job as a whole as your main source of being able to live, because I promise you that can be taken away from you overnight. And if you don't have anything else to lean on, you're really screwed. And I don't mean to scare anyone, but with what's going on in the world, I just want everyone to be prepared.
I feel like I'm never gonna get a job. It is month 3 on the job search. And I'm kind of in a unique position because for the longest time I was trying to do a career change into the art industry. My background has nothing to do with art. I have a degree in psychology and a ton of experience in marketing, so literally nothing related. But I was dead set on trying to make this career change work, so I was just like mass applying to jobs in the art industry for 2 months straight, networking, the whole thing, you know, trying to get a job. And then a couple of weeks ago, I started to realize, you know, I just want a job. Like at this point, I don't really care what it's in. And so I decided to refocus some of my time to applying to marketing jobs, like marketing, creative strategist, business development positions, stuff like that, things that are more related to what I've done in the past and what I studied. And so in theory, I kind of am like restarting the job search a little bit. Like I'm still applying to jobs in the art industry, but I'm also now applying to jobs in like marketing and stuff like that. So for that, I feel like I can't be frustrated that nothing has worked out yet. But I think because collectively I've been on the job search for 2-3 months now, I'm definitely getting to a point where I'm like, is it ever gonna happen? Like, you know, especially with the art industry, I was putting in a lot of work. Like I don't usually network, I can't lie. I'm not a big networking fan, but I was networking to the max and I was doing pretty much anything, cold emailing, whole thing. I still have a lot of work to do. I realize that. Like, do I think I put in enough work to like justify that I'm feeling really frustrated or feeling like I could never get a job? No, but I think when you get into the job search and you've been doing it for a while, it's hard not to become kind of cynical about it.
Why is trying to find a job like dating these days? Because now I got beef with a company I've never worked for. But if I have an interview with you and I make it to the next round where it's the assessment and I take time to do that assessment and I send it to you and you let me know that you guys will get back to me shortly and then you ghost me, I don't want to work for you anymore because you don't even have the decency to send me even a template to let me know that I didn't get the job. But I think it's so unprofessional and rude.
So, and then there's the ghosting. You put hours into preparing for an interview, maybe even completed a task they asked for, and then nothing. And you're left sitting there thinking, did I mess up? Did I do something wrong? It's not you, it's just that some companies don't even have the decency to send a simple rejection email anymore. Don't even get me started on the automated rejection systems. You know, the ones that turn you down because a robot didn't like the buzzwords on your resume? Imagine applying to Hogwarts and getting rejected by the Sorting Hat. I mean, it doesn't fair, right? Yeah, it's that ridiculous.
When I was unemployed, I was so insecure about not having a job, but I realized that no one actually cared except for my parents. In the beginning, I kept my unemployment a secret and I had this like whole lie prepared if anyone asked me about it. And then eventually I got comfortable talking about it on here because I realized I went viral every single time I talked about it, lol. But even while I was lying to everyone else, I had told my parents right when it happened, and there was a shift in how they treated me when they found out. I think they were projecting their anxiety about the situation onto me, which obviously put some strain on the relationship, and they also would not acknowledge that TikTok, at least financially, was like kind of holding me over while I was looking for a job. Sorry, it's literally so fucking buggy. Look at the surface of the water, like it's just all bugs. But eventually I got more comfortable with it and I started telling some people I was unemployed, and literally no one cared. It would be like, oh, that sucks, and like that was it. But now that I'm employed again, still most people don't care. It's like when you talk to them half the time, like what you do for a living doesn't even come up. But with my parents, suddenly we're like buddy again. And I think a lot of it is they just feel like relief. Like they're very anxious people, but even now they'll be like, oh, now you have a job and you can make money from TikTok. Like that's amazing. What a great side hustle. And it's like, I think the reason behind all of that is just because like they care a lot. But I wish they could have gotten out of like the traditional mindset where your job is like the most important thing of your life, like your entire life, because of course it's important, but like it's about balance, you know? And like not having a job doesn't change your identity. You know what I mean?
I'm sick of being unemployed. I am sick of being unemployed. There's like days that like, it just hits you. I'm like talking to my boyfriend and this recruiter called me, right? First of all, super unprofessional. Like we were supposed to have a call 2 days ago. He was like, okay, I'm gonna call you at this time. Never called me, so I reached out to him. I was like, hey, is everything okay? And he's like, sorry, stomach bug, like whatever, right? At 10 p.m., mind you. It doesn't look like a scam company, by the way. Like my judgment is very like good, I think. And he calls me, or he emails me at like 10 p.m. be like, sorry, I'm gonna reschedule. I had to reschedule. Call you tomorrow at 2. Next day comes, doesn't fucking come, doesn't call me. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is so unprofessional, whatever. But like, I'm not gonna let that ruin my day. So I go about my day, whatever. I'm just like, you know what? It's not meant for me. Like, there's no need to get stressed about it. He calls me today randomly, without addressing. First of all, he just hops on the call, doesn't tell me that he's calling me. Like, thank God I wasn't doing anything. But we hop on the call, and he doesn't say, hey, I'm so sorry, like, I've been, like, you know, letting you hang the past 2 days. Nothing. He's just like, okay, this is just gonna be a straight up call. Like, just ignores the whole process. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, so that's not stressing me out. That's just unprofessional. And I'm the one being recruited and vetted, right? So I don't have, like, I mean, yes, I could judge him, but like, I'm not in the position to be judging people because I'm looking for a job desperately. Oh, why did I do that? And I'm like talking to my boyfriend right now how like I'm stressed I am, and it's just like, it doesn't completely align with me, but I'm so desperate that I'm gonna take the job or the opportunity to be interviewed. And he's just like, oh, this is nothing against my boyfriend, by the way. It just hits you. But like, my boyfriend is just like, oh, well, that really won't work for your schedule, because I'm really looking for something that's hybrid, right? And I'm just like, yeah, but what do you want me to do? I've applied to so many hybrid places, but they haven't called me back. They haven't emailed me back. So like, am I just not supposed to like take this opportunity possibly and just like wait for a hybrid place to just call me back? Anyways, yeah, I've been unemployed for way too long now. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm really lucky that my boyfriend can support me and like we're fine, but like, it's really not fun. And for the people who are just like, I don't know, guys, I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a little rant here. I've been perusing the job market again just to see what's out there, you know. It doesn't hurt to look, and you can always make more money. So I've been looking for opportunities to maybe get a little pay bump. Anyways, I'm a program manager. I'm a senior program manager, and I've been looking at job postings. And they are asking for a senior program manager. They're offering $150K to $180K, which is decent money, but then asking for 10 years of experience. 10 years. If I had 10 years of experience, that's what you were offering? Like, I have 4 years of experience, and that's on the low side. So what in the world? Who do you think you are? The job market is trash.
I have been looking for a job since I graduated from school in May with a bachelor's degree in communications, and I have had literally no luck. So for backstory, I didn't do any internships in college. It took me like 6 years to get a bachelor degree because I left and I came back and blah, 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 and all this shit. Okay, whatever. I am feeling so discouraged. Feel like I didn't take advantage of the opportunities when I was in school, and now that I'm post-grad, I'm just totally screwed. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who feels this way. I'm definitely not, but it's just very frustrating, and lately I've been feeling super lost. I'm definitely somebody who has worked a bunch of different jobs over the past like 5 years when I was going through school, just because like I was in school, then I wasn't, I needed a full-time job, then I didn't. So I've just kind of been all over the place. I for a little bit wanted to become a personal trainer. I worked for another gym and I literally made no money, so I was like, okay, this isn't working. I kind of gave up on that. I'm currently working as a waitress, which it's a good job, you know. I make good money. My resume isn't horrible, you know. I definitely have experience. I was on YouTube when I was a kid, but that is just not carrying me anymore as experience because it was so long ago. I'm just trying to like help out for small businesses with doing their social media and all this stuff to kind of try to get experience to build my resume so I can get hired. But it's really frustrating, and yeah, I just needed to rant about it. It's also frustrating because for all of these jobs that I'm applying to, I'm making cover letters that are specific to that job, you know, like I'm tailoring my resume to that job. Like the application process itself takes like 30 to 45 minutes, and then to just get a rejection without even having the chance to like talk to somebody is just like, it's so frustrating, and I feel like I'm getting so desperate, which is like not good. But yeah, I wanted to rant about this because it's just been something that's been really bugging me, and I feel like a lot of people around me, like my friends and stuff, are kind of finding their paths and like their careers and whatever, and I'm just having such a hard time finding mine. And don't get me wrong, like there's nothing wrong with being a waitress. I love it. It's good, fast money, whatever, but I feel like I want something that I can work up in and build. I don't have to explain that, it's obvious. But yeah, so anyways, I'm sitting in the parking lot at Barnes & Noble's because I just worked on like a little document spreadsheet, I don't know what you want to call it, for like a local business to start doing their social media. So I planned all that out, and then I applied for some more jobs on LinkedIn and Indeed and updated my resume and all that fun stuff. Kind of how I've been feeling. If you have any recommendations or advice for trying to find a job post-grad, I am all ears. I feel like I'm constantly like Googling it on YouTube, I'm on TikTok looking for like other people who are experiencing the same thing I am. So yeah, right, that's all. Peace.
Hi guys, I'm really stressed today. I just went to the grocery store, bought 10 items, and it was $80 freaking already. I literally have $10 left on my account. The fuck? So a little backstory. I got laid off from my job a month ago. And I've been applying for jobs months before I got laid off. Sent out hundreds of resumes already. Applied to hundreds of jobs on the internet, remote and on-site. Tailored my resume to every position that I applied using ChatGPT. Went to only a few interviews. And still nothing. Like, what the fuck is going on with America right now? Like, it's so freaking hard to live here. Like, I'm gonna stay positive. I'm gonna keep applying for jobs. I'm gonna keep showing up. But man, my bills are not going to wait.
Welcome to White Castle. To begin ordering, agree to the terms by saying, okay, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's get started. What can I get you?
2 White Castles with everything sauce on it.
I updated your order. Would you like anything else?
That's it.
Want that on a French fry?
No.
Thanks. Your order number is 18. Please pull forward to satisfy your cravings.
There's a pretty decent chance that you're applying for ghost jobs, but let me give you some clues so that you can stop doing that. Now, sometimes this is just a technical issue. So a company has posted a job, a bunch of job boards scrape that job onto their job boards, and then when the company fills the role or takes it down because they're no longer considering applications, those job boards still have the job posted. A second way this happens is that the company has something set up where the job applications are going into like Indeed or LinkedIn, but they're not being pushed into the company's ATS. So the company has to go to some other site to go and look for applications. Now, if a company is getting tons and tons of apps on their own website, they have no reason to go and check these other sites, and therefore they never see those apps. Simple fix here is go directly to the company page, make sure the job is posted there, and apply through the company's page. Now, another thing you may see is these different recruitment marketing companies that post jobs and don't tell you what company they're for. So a lot of these companies actually make money from people clicking on jobs or from people applying for those jobs, not through making hires. So all they need to do is get people clicking. Those applications may or may not go anywhere, and they don't really have any reason to follow up. Now, with a little research, you can actually figure out what company these jobs are for. Like here, you're not going to see the company posted. If you click apply with job updates, which most people will, you're going to get ads, and you're going to be taken to their own proprietary app system where they can collect your data. You're still not going to actually see the company name. Now, if you click apply without job updates, now you can actually find out what company this is with. So now you can go, you can search for that company, you can find the job on their website, and you can apply directly. That way you can make sure that your application is actually getting to the company and to the hiring team. There are also sites like this one that are legitimately posting jobs on behalf of companies, but if the companies aren't interested in the candidates that they're moving forward, then those applications aren't going to go anywhere. And because employers have to pay these companies for applicants, they don't really have any motivation to do that if they're getting people applying directly from their company page. So that's why you might find yourself applying on some of these sites and never hearing back. The last thing I'll say is there are so many of these services that will scrape different jobs, remove the company name so that you think you might be applying to some unique job, And what you're actually doing is applying for the same job over and over again in different places. But you can often figure out what job they're actually talking about if you just Google parts of that job description, and it will take you to the company that posted the job originally. So one of the best ways for you to protect yourself from these ghost jobs is just to go to the company page and apply directly.
Listen, I know exactly how frustrating this is. But look, 2025 isn't exactly the dream job market we were all hoping for. That doesn't mean we throw in the towel. Together, we can figure this out, share tips, and help each other out along the way. So if this video resonated with you, or if you just needed to hear this today, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. I'll be sharing more insights on job market trends, tips, and yeah, maybe a few more rants along the way, because we're all in this together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.